and running and being broadcast, so if you need to get that information out, all of the seniors and parents have got that information in their emails, and it's also posted on all of our social media. We'll see you in a few minutes.
She was just saying that her cell phone was taking off. Are we expecting to be? Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is. There she comes right now.
Thank you, everyone. At this time, we're going to remain standing for the national anthem. guys are standing long, go ahead and get a seat. You can go around and out, or you can come right through. Another reminder, please silence all the cell phones. Graduates, we're good, right? We got it? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Lowry, and I'm the superintendent here at Uplift Michigan Online School. On behalf of the faculty, our board of directors, our management partners, and our authorizing board of students in public schools, we would like to welcome our graduates and their families, along with all of our honored guests. Uplift Michigan Online School's Uplift Michigan Online School 2025 graduation. We are extremely proud of these graduates and are excited to celebrate all that they have accomplished. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize one of our board members. Uplift is proud to have an incredible board of directors that always advocates for our students. I hope you take some time to share your experience with her. Ms. Sirianni, would you please stand? Danielle Sirianni is our board secretary, and she advocates tirelessly for Uplift. We really thank her for her hard work. Today is a very special day. Together, we get to celebrate the many young people sitting here. Amongst these young people, we have future nurses, chefs, engineers, and hopefully a teacher or two. These students have worked tirelessly over 12 years or more to get to this very day. They've thrived in the face of uncertainty, stress, and anxiety. They experienced multiple years of a life-changing pandemic, and still they thrived. Graduates, you may not realize this yet, but you've accomplished a major milestone in your life. You worked hard all of these years. From here on out, schooling is a choice, not a mandate. I'm so incredibly proud of you. We all are. This group of graduates is nothing short of extraordinary. Some have suffered great losses on their way to graduation. They shed tears for those they lost, and excitement for today. Some are already parents themselves, navigating a path with increased responsibility. Others are headed to prestigious universities and have spent countless hours studying and preparing. This group of young people deserves our praise and celebration. They've truly earned it. This graduation ceremony will be different than the past. Normally, I would lead our ceremony and introduce our guest speakers. It's okay, we've all had kids, but not this year. Things will be different this time because this graduation is extra special for me too. Today I'm not only your superintendent, I'm also a mom to one of the brilliant scholars graduating from us. My heart is overflowing with pride today. As you can imagine, it will be hard for me to balance being the leader our graduates deserve and a mom. To be both present as a very proud parent and school leader, I will be less active in our ceremony today. No one needs to hear me sob while we're trying to congratulate our graduates. Parents, guardians, family, friends, our graduates worked hard, but so did we. 18 plus years of blood, sweat, tears, joy, and now we're here. They did this, but so did we. I'd like to ask our graduates to please stand, face the crowd, and give a round of applause for the humans who helped you get here today. It is now time for me to serve my role as mom and pass the graduation torch.
pleasure that I hand the ceremony rings to our high school principal, Mr. John McCool.
Thank you, Superintendent Lowry. A heartfelt thank you to each and every one of our graduates, both here in person and join us remotely. Today is a day of immense pride and celebration, a day that holds a special place in all of our hearts. For many of you, this moment has been a long-held dream, a finish line you have eagerly strived for. For others, perhaps this day was a destination you never dared to imagine. So look at you now. Each of you has navigated your unique path to arrive at this very stage, ready to mark the culmination of a journey spanning 12 years or more. I've had the distinct honor of addressing graduation classes before, but I must confess, this one feels profoundly different. This one is personal. 7 years ago, I worked with Superintendent Lowry and many of the Uplift staff, where Uplift was little more than a bold idea. I was part of a team that laid the figurative first bricks with a shared vision of creating a place where every student could not just succeed, but truly flourish. Even then, in the midst of the exciting chaos of creation, I pictured this day. I imagined looking out at the faces of the graduates, and I knew that speaking to you would be one of my most significant moments of my career. I'm so incredibly grateful to be here, sharing this accomplishment with you. A foundational belief in Uplift is our unwavering commitment to do whatever it takes to ensure our students' success. When we embarked on the journey to build this school, it was for you. We may not have known your names or your stories then, but you were the driving force behind every decision, every late night, and every hurdle we overcame. You are the promise of Uplift. The transformation of this school over the past 7 years has been remarkable, but it pales in comparison to the extraordinary transformation that has taken place in each one of you. Like Uplift, you too have been built click by click, experience by experience. Change, as we all know, is one of life's few constants, and your lives so far have been a masterclass in navigating it. You began your educational journey in the shadow of the Great Recession. You faced an unprecedented global event with the COVID-19 pandemic. Schools abruptly closed their doors in the spring of 2020, and it forced you to a new way of learning overnight. And you made a conscious choice for change by coming to Uplift. A decision that has led you not just to succeed, but to thrive. The American writer and civil rights activist James Baldwin once said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." You, the class of 2025, are a testament to the power of facing change head on. You did not shy away from the challenges that came your way. Instead, you met them with the courage and resilience that was truly inspiring. And now you stand at the precipice of your next great adventure. Whether you're stepping into the workforce, enlisting in the service of our nation, or continuing your education at college or trade school, change will be your constant companion. It will be in the new relationships you form, the new skills you acquire, and the unexpected opportunities that will undoubtedly arise. I urge you as you walk out of these doors today to continue to embrace change, not as something to be feared, but as a powerful catalyst for growth. Nelson Mandela reminds us, it always seems impossible until it's done. Think of the challenges you've already overcome, the moments of doubt that you pushed through. You have proven time and again that you are capable of achieving what once seemed impossible. The journey of building Uplift from the ground up has taught me that the most rewarding endeavors are also the most challenging. The same is true for your lives. The path forward will not always be smooth. There will be moments of uncertainty and perhaps even failure. But as you have so brilliantly demonstrated, it is in those moments of struggle that we often find our greatest strength. Class of 2025, you are the fulfillment of a promise made 7 years ago. You are the embodiment of what it means to rise, to adapt, and to excel. And as you leave here today, carrying with you the knowledge that you are prepared for whatever comes next, you have the tools, the resilience, and the heart to build a future that is as bold and as bright as your dreams. Go forth and build your own legacies, embrace the unwritten chapter, and know that you will always have a home here at Uplift. At this moment now, I'm going to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2025. Our class valedictorian was very surprised that they were named the top student of the graduating class. The student has shown the power of perseverance, determination, and hard work each year since joining Uplift in 8th grade. They are creative, funny, an ambassador for the Girl Scouts, plays the clarinet and the bass. Has been taking dual enrollment courses since 11th grade to pursue a degree in architecture after graduation, and will be interning this summer at a company that she created a logo. It is a great honor that I recognize and announce the valedictorian of class of 2025, Ms. Brenda Grusin. In lieu of the speech, Brenda has prepared a slideshow for us all. Let's take a few moments and watch this together. Pushing themselves to achieve what many would find impossible while maintaining a smile on their face. They are kind-hearted, hardworking, and always have a positive can-do attitude. They plan to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science after graduation. With all they have overcome, we know they will achieve all of their goals. It is a great honor that I introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2025, Madam Hoffman.
I would like to warmly welcome everyone in attendance. I stand here today filled with emotions, ready to share my journey and express my gratitude as I take this important step forward. My name is Maron, and I proudly serve as the salutatorian for the class of 2025 at Uplift, Michigan Online School. Reflecting on where I began and how far I've come, it's incredible to think about my high school journey. As a freshman, I faced the challenges that sometimes felt insurmountable. The transition to an online learning environment was new and often daunting. But through perseverance and determination, I found my way. Completing my 9th and 10th grades, I decided to take on the challenge of finishing all my remaining high school courses in just 1 year. It was ambitious, and it pushed me to my limits, but every ounce of effort was worth it. I want to take a moment to extend my deepest gratitude to my wonderful parents, You have been my rock. You have been my rock, cheering me on every step of the way. Your unwavering support has fueled my ambition and made this journey possible. Your love has been my guiding light, encouraged me to strive for excellence. You believed in me when I doubted myself. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To the amazing staff and teachers of Uplift Michigan, each one of you had a profound impact on my academic and personal growth. You are the backbone of this school. Your dedication and belief in each student created a vibrant, nurturing atmosphere. I especially want to acknowledge my advisory teachers, Ms. Lee and Ms. Frederick, who guided me in my early years, and Mrs. Suzu, who has been my unwavering support this past year. I am grateful for all of your advice, encouragement, and kindness. Even if Ms. Lee and Ms. Frederick have moved on, I hope they know the impact they've made on my life. Graduating is not just about reaching a destination. It's about recognizing the journey and the people who have helped us along the way. I encourage you to take a moment today to appreciate those who have shaped your journey. We're celebrating not just an end, but a beginning, as we conclude this chapter and look forward to what lies ahead. Let's remember the importance of inner strength and self-belief. As we stand on the threshold of new beginnings, I'd like to remind each of us that our hard work and resilience will open countless doors together. Let's embrace the future with hearts filled with dreams and minds eager to learn. Thank you, and let's celebrate this moment together. My last words, I did it, but this is where the journey truly begins. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
We're excited to welcome our guest speaker momentarily. Before we ask him to join us on stage, I want to share a bit with you why Bryce III was chosen as our commencement speaker. Bryce is a multi-talented entrepreneur, storyteller, and songwriter, a living example of turning pain into purpose. Using nothing but the resources around him and the support of the community, Bryce pulled himself from the grips of addiction, poverty mindset, and hopelessness, and found his way into some of the most influential rooms in American artistry and innovation. When it comes to the most authentic and impactful voices rising out of Detroit, Michigan, Bryce III is a name you can't afford to leave out. As a founder of Mood-Proof Minds, personal growth community, Bryce's mission is to weave self-compassion into a personal evolution process. He teaches you that you don't have to harden yourself or hurt others to leave your mark on the world. Fueled by first-hand experience of what it's like to grow up without access, Bryce shows others how to become their best selves, not just through instruction, but by living it out loud. Whether he's delivering a keynote, mentoring young leaders, creating music that becomes a soundtrack to your breakthrough, or sharing wisdom through books and digital content, Bryce is here to make sure you have the tools to evolve. Please join me in welcoming Bryce III to our Uplift graduation ceremony.
Good afternoon, y'all. I was like, I said good afternoon, y'all. Hey, y'all did it. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. Make sure you welcome me. So, this is the thing about me. Oftentimes, I like to come to the room and find out and see what's going on with the energy of the room before I know what I'm going to say. And so, this situation is no different. I don't necessarily have anything written down. I got bullet points, right? And I think a big part of that is I didn't think I was prepared. I didn't think I was prepared at every step of my life. There were so many moments in my life where I thought that there was something that existed that I didn't have my hands on that I needed to have in order for me to be complete and whole. But what I've learned, getting through the things that I've gotten through, is that we're always prepared. You're inherently prepared for what's to come, and the preparation is inside of you. I didn't think I was prepared when I was 15, going on 16, and my son was on his way. I did drop out of high school and got a job in Myers, so that was going to do something. And I knew for sure that I wasn't prepared when I didn't have any male role models that I could depend on. People that I can pull a reference point from, or something that was healthy that could show me how to do what it is that I knew that I needed to do, but I didn't have a reference point for. I knew I wasn't prepared. I knew I wasn't prepared to show up and treat people with respect and love because I didn't necessarily have but one incubator of respect and love in my life, and that was my mom. I didn't have the resources or the tools to be prepared. But what I'm learning on this other side of my experience is that what once was labeled as being disadvantaged, which oftentimes they'll call us, they'll say that we're disadvantaged. I've learned, especially in the rooms that I've been in, and how important my voice has been in those rooms, is that these things that are considered a disadvantage are often the things that turn us into the person who can solve the problems that other people can't. Those things that people say that are disadvantages allow for us to show up for life in a way that brings out the wisdom in us that is inherent within us. And if we didn't have these experiences or instances where we're challenged and have to turn into something bigger than we were previously, then we wouldn't bring those things up outside of us. I have ADHD. I'm late diagnosed, but diagnosed like 2 years ago. And I was always wondering, like, why did I set my clock, a half an hour in advance so I could be on time and things? Why did I organize things in piles in a way that only I understood? Everybody else looked at it as a mess, but only I understood what was going on. And if you touch my pile, I didn't have the diagnosis, I didn't know what was going on, but I knew what I needed to do to show up for the obstacles that I was facing. And just you all being here with these caps and gowns on, that lets me know that you knew what it took to show up and overcome those obstacles that you were facing. I dropped out, but then I went back, I got my GED, and there was a couple of moments where I learned that it was important. An important skill to have was the skill to be able to find our advocates. Where are the helpers at? I'm sure each and every one of y'all know somebody in here that can help you to get to where you are today. And it's going to be a skill moving forward to be able to identify people like that in every room that we're in. Because it's a weird time of life right now. And to have the skill to be able to identify the loving, supportive, nourishing people in weird times, that's a skill that you'll be able to take with you in every room that you go in. And it's going to help you to get to the next space where people are standing in a room together and you're going on stage and they're clapping for you, whatever that looks like for you. Learning to find a helper is a skill that is invaluable. And it's also apparent that you know how to find those helpers because you're here. And we can't do things alone. I had a teacher, Mr. Hayes. When I was going, I didn't know what I was doing. Like I said, I dropped out of high school like 9th grade, so I didn't have any grades. And I was going for this class, and I was just kind of hanging around, just I don't know what to do. Nobody ever told me like this is the path, or nobody showed me anything. So I was just kind of like mumbling around. And this guy, Mr. Hayes, one of my favorite class topics was English, writing, etc. And so I'm in this class, and he gave me this assignment, and I did the assignment, and I turned the assignment in. And then he called me into the hallway, like, Mr. Connor, come in the hallway. I'm thinking, I'm in trouble. He's like, did you copy this paper? And I'm like, where I'm going to copy it from? It came from my mind. Like, where I'm going to get the copy? He's like, wow, this is phenomenal. And I was like, this is the gas I needed. Aced that class and really dug into English and writing and now I'm a published author and it's evolved in so many ways, but it took for him to pour into me and tell me that he was proud of me, you know? And this is in an instance where I'm in a school where, you know, most people here are the people that couldn't make it in high school or had trouble and had to go to this alternative school or going to get their GED. This is a space where oftentimes society will look at it and say, this is where the lost and forgotten are. This is where the broken are. This is where the people who won't make it go. And somebody was there pointing to the ear. I had a situation too where I was in anger management. Another situation where it's like, hey, that's where the broken go. When I got there, I found a woman and she poured into me unlike anything I ever experienced. Even the anger management circle, where we going in the circle and we talking about our feelings, I'm like, whoa, this is something we can do. Everybody else was kind of frustrated and looked like they didn't want to be there, but I'm like, all right, tell me about how you came up. How did your mother treat you? You know, like it felt good to know that there was a community there to support us. And so learning to take advantage of the resources and the helpers in the environments that we're in, no matter what environment we're in, is going to be a skill that is going to be very invaluable as we move forward. There goes my blue points. And the thing I'll leave you with is kind of what I started with. I didn't think I was prepared. I didn't think I was prepared for this. I didn't think I was prepared for fatherhood. By the way, my son just graduated high school this past year. My daughter is in, if I had my daughter in this room with me right now, she would talk to none of y'all. She'd be all up on me, but she's in competitive dance. When she gets on that stage, she comes alive. You know, and I have the resources and ability to, actually after this, I'm going to her dance recital. It's like the culmination of the whole dance season, and she's super excited about it. I didn't think I had the equipment to be able to do that. I didn't think I had the equipment to show up and create a business and impact people and work with people like Malcolm Moore, write a book and write music and perform and get on stage. I never felt like I'm prepared. And I think one of the best seasons I can play in you all is that there might not be an inherent feeling of preparedness. And really and truly, those who trip the most about being prepared are the people who are probably best suited for the job. The people who don't have anxiety about if they're going to do well, I don't want them to do it. So know, if you are asking yourself, am I prepared for the next step in life? Am I prepared for the environments that I want to go in? Am I prepared for what it is that I consider to be my calling? Don't trip, because you got everything you need. You are prepared. You have everything inside you. Learning to find a helper, as well as learning how to utilize the resources at our fingertips. That's what's going to take you to wherever it is that you end up. But also, in the spirit of mindfulness, wherever you end up, know that you got here today. And today, where you sit right now, like this is a massive accomplishment. So take the opportunity to self-esteem. Yeah, pause. Take the opportunity to self-esteem, soak in all the work that you put in, soak in all the things that you become due to the work that you put in. Because a lot of times too, we'll come across an accomplishment like, dang, how can I do it again? It's not about doing it again. It's not on you, it's in you. It's not on you, it's in you. You can continue to do it again and again and again because you got you. The people around you got you. And the energy is going to follow you wherever it is that you go. So, when it comes to preparedness, it don't matter if you feel prepared or not, you're always prepared, and you're prepared for anything that's ahead of you, my friends. Congratulations. Thanks for having me here today.
Thank you, Bryce, for that wonderful message for our class. On to our next phase of our programming here. Here at Uplift, we hold deeply value, or believe, everyone is an educator. Each of us in our daily interactions has the power to teach, to guide, to inspire. In the spirit that we open our most prestigious staff recognition, the Uplift Educator of the Year Award, to every single member of our dedicated team. Every spring, we undertake a thoughtful and thorough process to identify individuals who exemplify the very best of Upland. And this year, reflecting on our growth and our commitment to recognizing excellence at all levels, we've introduced a fitting change. We now have the honor of celebrating not one but two outstanding educators, one representing our elementary team and one representing our secondary team. The true beauty of this award and what makes it so meaningful lies in its origin. These exceptional educators are not chosen by me or Miss Lowry's, Instead, they are selected based on heartfelt nominations oriented from those who experience their impact day in and day out. Our students, our parents, and their fellow staff members are the ones that nominate these educators. Our 2025 Secondary Educator of the Year is a truly remarkable individual. Though new to Upland family this very year, they have, in an astonishingly short period of time, woven themselves into the fabric of our community and left an indelible mark on countless hearts and minds. This swift and profound impact comes as no surprise to the students and families who have already experienced their unwavering dedication and genuine passion for education. While perhaps not initially anticipating the speech at graduation, when this school year began, they are deeply honored and genuinely excited to share their insights and well wishes with you, the phenomenal graduating class of 2025. It is now my distinct pleasure, privilege to ask Mr. Bill Dever, Upland's 2025 Secondary Educator of the Year, to come to the stage and share his message for our graduates.
That's a tough act to follow with Bryce there. How about that guy, right? I'm honored to speak to you here today because I was selected as Educator of the Year. I must say I'm humbled and honored because I am the first teacher in Upland history to win in their first year. Although this is not the first time I've been asked to speak at graduation, nor is it the first time I've won a Teacher of the Year. Now, I imagine what you're sitting there is going, this guy is bragging. What is with this guy, right? But it occurred to me that this was important to start because how else could I introduce myself and qualify why I'm here? And I was thinking of one of my favorite quotes by a guy named Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman, even though the grammar was wrong, Walt Whitman said, if you done it, it ain't bragging. I want you to remember that because you're going to be saying it loud soon, okay? Now trust me when I say I'm not going to stand up here and deliver a message to you about bragging. That's not the point of this, okay? It's actually going to be about work. Honestly, confidence should not be confused with arrogance. Today is a good example of that. This is not about bragging or boasting. This isn't like, oh, I could have scored the touchdown, right? Oh, I just dropped that pass, or I caught that big fish. You should have seen the fish that got away. You did it. Or as Mr. Irvin said, you done it. This is a celebration. This is a milestone. I guess the Cliff Notes is, guys, when you get something, enjoy these moments because they're gone just like that. All that work you did, okay? This morning I want to teach you a little something because, I wasn't able to teach you guys. This is called recycling. So the last time I spoke, one of the things I did, I gave the speech about dreams. And so one of the things I said was that little dreams are as important as the big ones. That's it for my recycling. I'm not going to steal. You know what recycling is, right? It's when you turn the assignment into 2 different classes. Right, you turn it in and you turn it again. It's illegal, by the way. Don't do it in college, please. Okay, you can't do it. What are little dreams? They're like goals, okay? How do we achieve those dreams, though, without work? So see, this is what I'm talking about. You dream, you work, and then take that second to brag about it. It's not boasting. It's enjoying that little tiny moment that you have. What do you want when you dream? It's pretty much the thing we do, right? We just work. So you're going to have the dream. We look for these compliments. We move on. We get the raise, right? We want that raise. We go, hey, I got a raise. Hey, I'm on TV. Did you see my new car? How many days do you actually do that, though? What do you really spend your day doing? By the way, graduates, after today, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but like this is your day. After that, it's going to be the questions that come down. What are you going to do after school? You guys, have you heard that one already? Already. You got a job lined up? You go to school? What are you doing? for this one. What do you need when you grow up? I can tell you that I sat where you did on May 18th, 1986, not in this room, right? I can see you guys doing the math. I'm 57, okay? I have no idea what I wanted to do. I'm telling you guys to come up with dreams, I have no idea what I want to do. I wanted a big house, I wanted to be rich and famous and have a car and do all that stuff. But there was other things too. It was like this nervousness, like what am I going to do? You ever have that? I don't know. People ask me, I don't know what I want to do. I have no idea. I just want to go home, right? I'm sad for them. Yeah. Go home and go to bed. And think about what we do. We work. All we do is work. Work, 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 work. And you come up with these dreams. And we talk about them. You do the speeches. What's your dream? Okay? Now my dream is to help young people find their path. My dreams aren't about money anymore. I'm not rich and famous, but I get to be here. I get to be teaching here. I get to be standing here in front of you people. So again, if you done it, you guys remember this one? If you done it, it ain't bragging. Speaking of work, I want to talk about some people who've done a lot of work. All the educators, administrators, counselors, management people have worked so hard to get to this day. Started with small dreams. Please do not get me wrong. I am sure, like the rest of you, right? When we were kids, I want to be president. Right? I want to be a doctor. They always ask you the big ones, right? Architect. Okay, but it's always like doctor, president. No one ever says anything, right? No one ever says, you know what I want to be? I want to be a director of enrollment. I want to grow up and be a family engagement specialist. But those are the small dreams that come when you are working. From there, those dreams become, how can I be the best I can be at that job? Right? They evolve, they work hard. These people here, my staff, my co-workers, all of them, life was happening when they made other plans. That's an old saying, right? Life's what happens when you make other plans. But now you're here. They also dream like I did of getting students to where this class is right now. They had that dream and they worked hard. I can only imagine those stressful days, counting credit hours versus time remaining. To my fellow educators, I ask you to think about this class, but all of them, just all of them. How many nights did you work late? How many phone calls, emails, one-on-one meetings did you go through? I want to reflect on those college classes, PDs, sketchies. All that work. How many times you eat lunch at your desk or skipped a meal or a weekend to grade and thought about nothing but retirement? Enough about me. Okay. You stick with it. You have those dreams, right? And then you work, because this is the work you choose. This is the work we love. Enjoy this moment, because the reality of it is that Monday we got to go back to work. I know a lot of this administration is going to work 12 months a year. That's it. Just take a minute, enjoy it. This is it. You know, you score a touchdown and you turn around and you go to the end zone the other way. So when you get to the end zone, Tiny talked about it yesterday. Don't, big deal. No, it's a big deal. If you done it, it ain't bragging. You guys are going to get better for this when we finish. I'd like to speak to all those people out there, family members. You guys know LCs, right? LCs, parents, grandparents, uncles, all those people. I'm speaking to you guys. You had dreams that you were thinking about all that time. You had those little dreams, and they're being realized today. You're here for these people. You dreamt to get them here. This was your dream too. How many of you had a threat to take away video games or phones? Punish them, bribe them, whatever you had to do, right? Yeah, you guys can participate. You can say, yeah, I did that. I had to do that, right? You bribe them. You did it because you love them. Dreaming about your children's success is one of the best dreams you can have. Trust me, I know. And while this was happening, don't forget the other things you did. Parents, grandparents, all that. You worked too, right? Did you know, according to the College of Gettysburg, that the average American works 90,000 hours in their life? 90,000 hours for you math teachers out there. That's 15 years, 3 months, and 7 days. 90,000 hours. I'm asking, how many hours do you spend just saying, man, I did something? My kid graduated today, my grandson, whatever. I mean, that's big. Parents, LCs, you're a big crowd. Can you help me? You done it, right? That's not proper English. It should be you did it, Bryce said it, but you all witnessed it, you done it. My family's out there, can I get it with you? You done it, right? So if you done it, it ain't bragging. Finally, the class of 25, I'd like to say, this is the day you're going to reflect back on. And look ahead, it's not been an easy road, right? I was putting this together, I realized that you guys, most of you were freshmen in 2020. You started high school around COVID year, right? Holy cow, can you imagine these guys got through that? Whatever circumstances brought us all up to you're all here, we're proud of you, right? And you had that dream you'd graduate someday. You guys ever had those doubts? Like, I'm never gonna make it. This assignment's too hard. This teacher was too hard on me. Mr. Wyszynski said I put the period in the wrong spot. You did all the projects, you did all the work, and guess what? I hate to tell you, but on Monday you're back to work, and you're gonna have to work. This is what it is. By the way, the national debt is $34 trillion, and each of you owe $106,000. We need you to work. These are the memories that you're going to remember these things, because you're going to have to go to work. So today, please enjoy it, okay? Brag about it. You guys are good, by the way. I mean, think about it. Now that you're going to the workforce, don't worry. You know how to work Google Meet, change your background, and mute. I know you know how to turn your cameras off. They all do that. You're going to go to the Zoom meeting, and they're going to be better than all of us. They're going to be no problem. No problem. Google Meet, I got this, right? This will fade. You can't turn your cameras off today, by the way, all right? I want to hear your voices, graduates. By the way, I'd also like everyone in this room to help them, all right? By the way, teachers, I need your help too. This is called modeling. Okay? Graduates, you done it. And if you done it, it ain't right. Congratulations and thank you for your time.
Our next staff member to bring it up is chosen by our seniors. Each year, seniors have the choice or a chance to consider their educators and decide who to honor. The title of Senior Uplifter of the Year. To decide on their Uplifter of the Year, they are asked to think about who they feel has supported them the best during their time in Uplift. I've been able to work closely with our Senior Uplifter of the Year these past 3 years, and I've seen the work they do firsthand on a daily basis with every student. And I want to list a couple reasons why they were named the 2025 Senior Uplifter of the Year by you. These are your words from the nominations. They are the reason I'm going to college and finish. They are an inspiration to me. They supported not just me, but my child as well by not being judgmental and willing to meet us where we are at. They're a great advisor and a really nice person. They helped me graduate. They helped me realize that I should be proud of the things I accomplished, even if they don't seem that big. They always have a smile on their face, always supportive, never in a bad mood, and it's really dope. So without further ado, this year's Senior Uplifter of the Year is Miss LaTanya Richards.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, graduates, for voting for me. I got that. Congratulations, graduates. You've mastered the art of the virtual hustle. As the Uplifter of the Year, it's my distinct honor to address you all today. The pioneers, the innovators, the ones who prove that an education can be successfully obtained even when your biggest distraction is your refrigerator. You did it. You navigated through the rough waters and unstable Wi-Fi, the despair of a frozen screen during a crucial lecture, and the constant battle against the urge to just hit play on that next episode. Remember those early days, the frantic Googling of how to unmute myself on a Google Meet, the accidental sharing of your entire screen, including that highly confidential folder entitled Selfies, and and the sheer terror of being called on when you're clearly still buffering. You've shown incredible resilience. You've learned to distinguish between a productive study session and a deep dive into a YouTube conspiracy theory. You've mastered the art of looking attentive on camera while making a gourmet sandwich at the same time. And let's not forget the strategic camera off moments, perfectly timed for when you needed to, shall we say, adjust your workstation. But seriously, folks, what you've accomplished is truly remarkable. You've proven that adaptability is your superpower. You've embraced a new way of learning, often balancing academics with jobs, families, and the unique challenges of the world that suddenly felt very small. You've developed self-discipline that would make a drill sergeant blush, and a level of tech savviness that puts most of us faculty members to shame. We're still trying to figure out where the any key is. Think of all the unique skills you've gained. You're experts in asynchronous communications, masters of digital footprint, and probably have a vast knowledge of every virtual background available. These aren't just funny anecdotes. These are generally valuable skills in today's world. You're ready for the workforce, the global collaborations, and frankly, you probably already better than virtual meetings than anyone currently in charge. As you embark on your next adventure, whether it's education, a new career, or finally getting around to organizing your sock drawer, remember the lessons you've learned here. Remember the perseverance it took to get through the impossible online exam, the creativity you used to explain a complex concept without the benefit of a whiteboard, and the community you built when separated by screens. So go forth, graduates. May your internet connections always be strong, your battery always charged, and your future brighter than a perfectly lit ring light. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go forth, be bold, and keep shining. We can't wait to see the incredible things you will achieve.
Thank you, Ms. Richards, for your incredible speech. Uplift is fortunate to have so many amazing students with unique and inspiring skills. Some of our graduates are incredible athletes. Some are brilliant students who put their education before all else. Some of our graduates have aspirations to be doctors, artists, carpenters, my personal favorite, educators. I'd like to share one of our students' inspiring skills with you. I'm going to ask Ms. Susan Wilmot to come on.
Got this, girl. Got this. No. Be great. Don't you sit. Got this.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I walked that stage the moment real up and down. That has a heart feel. From up to the weekend, I took my stride. And on my ground, I'm full of pride. No daily halls, no classroom bus, but I worked hard to get things done. Walked in at each and every
While saddle hours start to climb 5 days a week to ride and train. Through heat, through cold, through sun and rain. 25 hours, your hooves and hay, learning, lift, care, lift fees away. Grooming, mugging, bonding too. All the work I meant to do. We can all sometimes agree, but deep inside, I won't ever be just like this time. From laptop nights to saddle days. When used to uplift and lead and me to where I'm really grew up. From online school to barnyard grit. This is my path, and I'm made for it. And used to uplift our future and us to where we are going. And we will adjust. From online school to ground up grit, this is our path.
Thank you, Susan. It is inspiring to see the talent each student Uplift has. Every one of you has your own talents and skills. Don't be afraid to let them shine. It's now time for the main event, the presentation of the UMOS.